So we have a new tier list for this season, and I'm joined by RickyMini, top global pusher, top leaderboard pusher. How are you doing, Rick?
Not too bad today, guys. Oi, thank you so much for having me on the channel today. I'm so excited to be here.
Oi, my pleasure. Pleasure is all mine, my friend. And like I say, if there's anyone got any problems with this tier list, it's all RickyMini. It's nothing to do with me.
Hey,
it's all RickyMini.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Because I'll tell you something, the heat comes in sometimes with these tier lists.
Yes,
this is why I need your expert opinion.
Well, I'm glad to share it with you today here.
Yeah, but as always, we want to start off with the heroes. And first up, we have the Grand Warden.
Grand Warden, I'd say right now in this meta, he's definitely a C tier hero.
C tier?
I would definitely put him C tier, just for the fact that Wave Master and Shield Maiden are pretty prominent right now, I'd say. And yeah, Grand Warden doesn't really do too much against those two. You could get some good damage off with his second promotion for Shield Break onto Wave Master. I just don't think it's quite enough with Sailor and Headhunter being in the back with that 4 Riders deck. So I'd put him in C tier. I just really think you're going to lose trophies playing him.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's different, like, because I've been starting this free-to-play account and playing free-to-play. And, like, I've just came to understand, like, how hard Donghan's job is with balance and stuff. Because, like, a unit that might be super strong, low down, is super weak, top ladder. And this is what I've come to realize.
No, it's hard. I know it's hard to judge the meta when really putting it down on paper and stuff. But yeah, I just think he could use a buff a bit.
Yeah. Well, I'll try to bear that in mind as well for this tier list for like lower trophies and like top ladder. But are you playing free to play, Rick? Have you got a free to play account you've been playing on?
No, I do not. But I'm planning to start one soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a total different gearing experience, and it's very hard. I'll say that now. It's very difficult.
I bet you don't have that many options.
So we've got the Archer Queen as well.
Archer Queen, I definitely say, is not S tier anymore, but definitely high A tier still. She's very viable, just in the way that 4 Rangers is insane still in the meta, and just her invisibility with everything getting that 2 times damage along with Princess, possibility in that deck. AQ can just wipe that board in literally a blink of an eye. I'm sure you've seen it happen, and I'm sure you've done it, and it's happened to you.
Yeah, but to be fair, I think I'm about 3,080 trophies, and about there, and I have very, very rarely played Archer Queen this season.
Yeah, she's definitely one of the underdogs for sure, but I do think that she can provide some value against Wave Master in some occasions compared to other heroes. So yeah, she's pretty good. Not too bad.
Yeah. We've got the Barbarian King.
Ooh, Barb King. So Barb King's kind of in a hard spot. I'd put him in B tier just for the fact that his bubble still provides him so much value. Like, I can just say, like, he's the best tank in the game by far. He just stays up. He never dies, right? And he's really good at countering things like Countess, which I still do see up here, and I'm sure Countess is pretty prominent in kind of like mid ladder too. Countess just stays stuck on that Barb King, and Rangers can just mop up a lot of decks with BK. Same with Natureborn too. Natureborn can just stay stuck on Barb King, while BK 4 Rangers can just delete decks. So I think he's B tier. He's pretty viable.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, because like I say, like on my free-to-play account, like the BK 4 Ranger deck is so strong, low to mid-ladder.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, I've got to bear that in mind, because that low down is really, really good. But I haven't unlocked the 4 Rangers yet on my free-to-play, so I can't experiment with that down low.
Oh, what are you missing?
I'm missing just a 4th Ranger. Like, I've got my Musketeer, Dagger Thrower, Archer, so I either need a Magic Archer or a Dark Goblin.
Okay. I see. Wow. Oh, you'll get it soon, bud. It's really good.
Hopefully. Countess.
Ooh, Countess. So she's definitely fallen from grace, but not too far.
Yeah.
I'd put her mid A tier, because honestly, out of all the still in this meta, like, she's still very good. And I'll tell you why she's still very good. It's not actually part of her kit, I'd say. She has a bug right now with the Rogue synergy, where she doesn't give melee minis or heroes any energy. This completely changes many interactions with her and Shield Maiden, especially, right? Even Wave Master too. So I still think she's mid A tier, honestly, because of this bug. Yeah.
And she's also good on some tiles, like the heal tile. You get that additional healing for it. And the clone tile, if you do the health steal upgrade, come in clutch with that.
Don't get me started on Devil's Deal.
And the monk I'm not seeing a lot of monks either.
Monk is definitely, I'd say, B tier hero. It's funny because Monk is a very hit or miss hero, you know. Monk is super like, if you make one mistake with Monk and that opponent is running Fisherman and you had no idea and you moved your hero, that's when Monk becomes S tier in that match. It's so strange. Or Monk can just get shredded by ranged minis in the backline, which is what ends up usually happening anyway. So it's a little difficult, but I'd say he's kind of mid B tier. I don't think he deserves C tier because he has some use.
Yeah, and I think if the Headhunter was in the game, I think he'd be up at A tier. But when you've got the Wavemaster deck, obviously that's been a popular deck on the leaderboards this season. Paired with the Headhunter, it's like really hard for the Monk because the Headhunter just, once he targets the Monk, just melts him.
Exactly, and even if the Monk gets through the Headhunter, you got Sailor with like 9 stacks at that point. So good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, it's crazy how the other minis can affect like a hero's placement in his tier list.
Absolutely, especially now after update 8, we are seeing that tenfold.
Yeah. Natureborn?
Natureborn? Okay, so Natureborn's pretty hard because I want to put her in very high B tier, but I also want to put her in low A tier, and I think I'm going to put her in low A tier because Natureborn is so strong with 4 specialists paired up with P.E.K.K.A, right? Like, that's when you really got to start thinking about placements, and that's where if you're even facing a mirror match with Natureborn or Shield Maiden, it becomes a battle of that P.E.K.K.A placement. I'm sure many players have felt that. But that 3-star P.E.K.K.A along with Natureborn just never dies. And you also have flexibility with Natureborn, whether you can go with her 40% attack speed and damage every few seconds, or you can go with her overheal, and then that P.E.K.K.A literally becomes a monk. So she's pretty, I'd say low A tier. She's still very viable. Yeah,
and like I say, and again with the free-to-play account, I've just done a live stream there, and with this heal and tile in rotation, with the Natureborn, like lower trophies, it's really, really good.
Yeah, nothing dies.
So she's quite strong lower trophies as well. And the Royal Champion, I'm seeing a lot of these.
Okay, so Royal Champion, this is my personal favorite hero. But I would put her in B tier, just for the sole fact that Wavemaster is so prominent. In this meta, Wavemaster is always going to dash to the furthest enemy, which happens to always be Royal Champion in this case. Now, Archer Queen ranks higher than Royal Champion because Archer Queen can protect herself with invisibility, but Royal Champion doesn't have any of that. So she's pretty much a sitting duck, and Wavemaster can just beat down on her. And even, honestly, in some cases, Countess as well. I've seen Countess teleport to Royal Champion, and then Royal Champion will get distracted by a tank, and then Countess is just feeding damage in the back. So I don't know, I'd say, she's definitely C tier, I'd say.
C tier.
I'd say C tier.
Head of the Warden or behind the Warden?
I'd say head of the Warden.
Head.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's really good low trophies as well. I'm trying to unlock this World Champion, but I haven't not had the luck yet.
I just see her also even lower trophies. I think, honestly, BK4 Rangers, if it's unlocked, can also beat her. Because she could just take, like a lot of players can go Boast or even Shield Bounce, but I just think that it's too much DPS for her. She's very squishy, so
Shield Maiden. I know you've been rocking Shield Maiden previous seasons.
Yes, so even this current season, Shield Maiden, I'd say, in my opinion, belongs on S tier. This hero,
S tier?
Yes, this hero is the only hero that can really run Wavemaster up for his money. Not gonna lie, just for the sole fact, like Shield Maiden 4 specialist, but even lower in trophies too as well. Shield Maiden can dodge, like pretty much counter BK4 Rangers. She can counter Archer Queen. She's very good. She's very, very tanky as well. And Saint Synergy as well paired up with her. When she puts off her super, she just heals like so much. I think it's 13 HP per 4 seconds. It's insane.
Yeah, I played a ton of Wavemasters on leaderboard the other day on my main account. I was like, right, I'm getting out to Shield Maiden. I think he had Battle Boxer, Apprentice Monk, P.E.K.K.A, Mini P.E.K.K.A, and Decoy Adept.
Insane.
I think that was one of the decks, and I thought, right, I'm eating these Wavemaster players. Didn't face a single Wavemaster and lost all 4 or 5 matches I played with the Shield Maiden.
There's also like, you can get pretty unlucky too as well. It's hard.
Yeah, played loads of Wavemasters, brought out the Shield Maiden, didn't play a single one.
Yeah, the game can be unlucky with matchups sometimes as well.
Skelly King.
Skelly King. So Skelly King, Honestly, I'd say he's high A tier. His second promo buff is bonkers. He's absolutely insane. His HP steal makes sure he just never dies, and you can pair him up with 4 undead, and he'll heal just more HP overall. So I think it's he's a very viable hero, and I like his buff. He's been out of the he's been in the shadows for way too long right now. Like, I just think this buff is very necessary.
Yeah, and he's great on a couple of tiles, like the Hail tile, Devil's Deal. You can put him on there, get the extra damage. Obviously, if you go with that promo where he gets life steal, he comes back to life.
Yeah, Devil's Deal.
and he's good in rumbles. He's good in rumbles.
Oh yeah, he'll secure like a good like 2 to 3 rounds in rumbles, honestly. When there's not that many minis down. It's pretty good. Yeah.
And then the Wave Master, will just stick him in S tier.
You already know the answer.
Yeah. I think like I just play Wave Master 4 Riders to push to 3000.
All top players are playing Wave Master.
Yeah, it was just easy wins. That buff they got giving him in the balance changes.
Yep.
And then Pink Fury.
Pink Fury. So I'd say Pink Fury is still A tier. Because if you get her rolling properly with Elixir, it becomes just a whole wipe of the whole board, right? Because she's the only hero you need her for the entire Elixir synergy. Once you power that up, Archer and Dark Goblin in the back, deleting everything. So I think she's just A tier alone for the Elixir synergy itself. But as a hero, even then I'd still put her A tier. She's pretty much she's a better monk because she gives you Elixir, more versatility for your deck as well. Yeah,
I'd rather play Pink Fury over Monk.
Oh yeah.
And lastly, Battle Machine.
Ooh, Battle Machine. Okay, yes. So best for last. Genuinely, I would rank Battle Machine A tier still. I wouldn't say he's S tier anymore though for the Saint Mirror nerf. I do see in my own experience, Saint Mirrors are now getting knocked down quicker. They're easier to take out, but it's still insanely annoying and still very powerful. So I'd still just put him in A tier because realistically, in my opinion, a Gizmo's a whole other mini in the battle, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
it is. Yeah. I don't think I've played him this season yet.
Oh, he's still very good. Especially in Rumbles, though. He mostly is the king of Rumbles right now.
Yeah. So for A tier, I've got Archer Queen, Pink Fury, Natureborn, Battle Machine, Skelly King, Count S. Would you swap them around?
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay with that. They're
super good with that.
That's the heroes. And we've got the minis. And first up, we've got the Bandit.
Bandit. I'd put Bandit in high A tier. I think Bandit is very, very slept on. She's very good on the heal tile, very good on the energy tile, very good arguably even onto the clone tile. Bandit's very good paired up with the Countess, and that dissipate and stun really adds up, and she can add up a lot of damage dashing around the board.
Yeah, fair enough. Dagger Goblin.
I'd put Dagger Goblin in C tier. He's still not where he needs to be, in my opinion. He's a Shadow's former self, big time. I think Rogue helps him, but still, I'd say give him more HP, and I think he's way better. Yeah,
he's like you say, he's a mini I never play myself.
Never.
When he first come to the game, he was awesome. But now, not so much so.
Yeah, he was so fun to play.
Archer,
I'd say I'd put her in B tier because she's very cheap. Provides the Ranger synergy and also the Clan synergy. So you're getting 2 synergies in 1 mini for 2 elixir, and she's not so bad on her own. So I put her in B tier.
Yeah, and then we've got the Barb. I'll just fire him in D tier.
Yeah, I agree with you there, bud. Yeah,
I think every tier list I've done is in D tier.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, so bad.
Must be someone there thinking, I don't like this barbarian. I'm just gonna nerf him and not give him any buffs.
I know, right? Give him his boast back. I'm just saying, give him his boast back. Give it for 2 seconds at least. You know?
Yeah,
that'll be cool.
Battle healer.
Battle healer, C tier. I'd say she's honestly, I'd probably put. Actually, you know what? D tier. She's completely useless. I see 0 use for her. Right.
Yeah, I was saying this as well the other day on my live stream with this healing ranger and battle healer. I was like they need rework these on my live stream because I never see them, and it, especially the healing ranger, she takes forever to get a super off, so you're not getting value off her if you put like all that elixir into it, a 3-star up. It's the same with the battle healers, and she's 4 elixir, so
Yeah, no, she's too much of an investment for literally you're getting nothing out of her, and I think they're kind of scared to buff her a bit because I think, in my opinion, she's the reason frenzy time exists. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Bowler.
I'd put Bowler in B tier. Bowler's pretty viable because he can stun princesses, he can stun Inferno Wardens, and he can stun executioners, but he can also stun heroes too. If you're thinking about lower trophies, he can still stun heroes, he can provide good damage, and I do think Bowler's Pierce is very viable as well later in the game, especially in frenzy time.
Yeah, oh, it's just so annoying. Like, Bowler is pretty low payload trophies. Like, you go for that Pierce upgrade, he goes to frenzy time, you can't get near him because he pushes them back. It's that quick.
Yeah, you literally can't do anything. You have to watch.
Aye. Yeah, B tier for the Bowler. Dark Goblin.
I'd also slap Dark Goblin in B tier, because you know what, Dark Goblin can be Dark Goblin. You know, we all know what Dark Goblin's capable of, but
yeah,
I'd say also you'd have to invest like everything into him. You'd have to 3-star Dark Goblin to get his full potential and get him to do what he needs to do, and that's not always viable sometimes in a very dominant Clash meta. But in lower trophies too, I can see Dark Goblin very much going off, which is why I'd put him in B tier.
Yep, I agree. E-Wizard.
Ooh, E-Wizard. I'd say E-Wiz is definitely A tier. Still a very good mini. His stun is very powerful. Like, the ability to stun 5 minis and give energy to 2 other minis on the board is very, very overpowered, in my opinion. Could be a little bit nerfed, in my opinion. The stun could use a little bit of a nerf, but because if you're not running specialist, he'll fully counter your deck and you can't do anything. But you know, he's all right. So I'd say he's A tier.
Yeah, I think he's pretty balanced for a 4 cost. He is like, the stun can come in clutch, I guess, but I don't think. Obviously, you've got to be careful with the 4 and 5 cost minis because you don't want to nerf them too much, because then what's the point investing the elixir into them?
No, that's true. That's true. You could counter with clashes. I did not take that into account.
Yeah, and obviously you got the apprentice monk and stuff like that coming in as well.
Yes. Oh yeah, they can totally shut him down.
Fisherman.
Ooh, I'd put Fisherman in A tier. You know, Fisherman provides a great synergy boost. C is like one of the best synergies in my opinion. It's one of the best low-key synergies. But also, even if you're not getting the synergy out of him, he's one of the rare minis that you can use without getting a synergy out of. Because that hook can just literally turn the tide of an entire match. You could bait a hero move with another Clash mini, and then as soon as that hero gets moved, you could hook that hero with Fisherman, and that's pretty much GG's in most cases. Yeah. So, or a mini as well.
It's great for mark and tiles as well, depending on what tile it is, and like you get a lot of people risking the placements on the tiles. The Fisherman's great for just shutting them down as well.
Absolutely. Very good mini.
Giant Skelly.
I'd put Giant Skelly in A tier as well. I think he's one of those rare minis that he's so good at no investment whatsoever. And I think those minis are great because you can just slap them down. It's very much like OG gameplay. You're not putting that many upgrades into them, and you're just slapping them down. Gives you so much damage with that bomb. Gives you a stun. Gives you the undead synergy. Definitely an A tier mini. So good.
Yep. Oh, the Golden Giant been pushed off the radar since the Giant came to the game.
Oh yeah, he's been definitely shoved into the shadows. Definitely not as good as he used to be. I remember he used to be arguably one of the, like, probably the best mini for its value in the game in update 7, but right now I would definitely put him in C tier. I see no advantage to putting Golden Giant in a game. I'd put Giant Skelly over Golden Giant in my
they'll just try to bring him out the shadows, didn't they, with the latest changes, give him a little bit of a buff, but unfortunately it was not enough.
I would definitely reduce his energy requirement a bit more. It can benefit from getting more stuns off. That'd be better. And that would also trigger more healing for himself.
Yeah. And we've got the Hailing Ranger.
I'd put her in B tier because she is providing that Ranger synergy, and she's also providing some heals. I actually see her being very viable with Shield Maiden decks. And honestly, even still some BK decks as well, just to provide that Ranger synergy and keep the BK alive quite a bit in lower trophies. So she's definitely B tier. She's not that bad.
Yeah, she's just not getting playtime as well, because we had the obviously reworks of the mine, and it's hard to put it at the back of the board, I guess, because a lot of people are playing that miner since the rework. So
he's so strong.
Ice Wizard.
Ice Wizard is definitely a mini. I would slap in B tier as well.
Yeah, for the 2 cost.
Yeah, it's a 2 cost, and he provides a lot of value for a 2 cost mini.
Yeah,
but he doesn't like change the battle as much. You know, I wouldn't say he's like, oh, I lost because of Ice Wizard in that matchup, but he does help. So I'd put him in B tier. He's a good option, and giving shields and 60% slow it's a lot of buffs to your team. So it's not bad.
I think it was a higher tier with the bug from the last season, because didn't he like perma slow some units? It was bugged out.
Yeah, and also with that, like he was doing 4 per hit, so that was like a lot of DPS.
The Knight.
I don't even know what is going on with Knight right now. I don't even understand how he works.
I think he's bugged. I think like a lot of people are playing him in the corner because I think his taunt works off. So just say you're playing your Skelly King front middle, and you put your Knight in the back corner. I think the taunt goes off your Skeleton King, so it looks like the Knight's got a massive radius. So I think the Knight is bugged.
Okay, I see. Okay, right. To be honest, I can see how some players could use that to bait head. I don't think that would be able to bait a headhunter, would it? I'm not sure.
It depends where you place them. Did me and you test it in a clan, or was it me and someone else?
I think it was you and someone else. You know what? I'll leave this to you. You rank him, because you know what? I have not played Knight. Now that I'm thinking about it, I have not played Knight once. So if you want to rank him for me, I'll take this. I'll leave this one up to you, bud.
Yeah, I'll put him in the B tier solely because I've lost a few matches because of this exploit, I guess, or bug. But when the bug is fixed, it'll probably drop down tier. But like I say, I've lost a few matches because of this, where people's place the Knight in the corner. It's totally displaced my units.
Right, everything. So it's kind of like the Royal Ghost effect in a way, with the invisibility.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, well then I haven't played with him, but I would agree with that V tier. I can see how that could be insane. Wow.
Yeah, and I haven't played with the Knight and done that strat because I guess as a Supercell creator, we're not allowed to sort of play with exploits, so I've just avoided the Knight.
Yeah, well, honestly, like I'm not even official creator yet, but I haven't played it, and I'm glad I haven't. I didn't even know that. So. Yeah, I think I was having a crack with Dan in on Discord, I think, and I think that's what he was saying. It was like, so like the Knight's taunt passes onto your like frontline unit, and the taunt's cast from that. Insane. But they still go at your Knight, so it's a bit weird. Lumberjack. So I'd actually put Lumberjack in A tier.
Ooh, A tier?
I would, just for his versatility in dropping that rage potion. I think he could speed up princesses, he can speed up your hero, he can also drop that rage potion later on, and he's also providing 2 synergies as well. I think he's just pretty versatile. He's not tied to his elixir synergy. He has use outside of it as well. So I think that just put him in, actually I put him B tier. Yeah, I put him B tier.
B?
Yeah.
I don't play with the Lumberjack. I don't very rare play Pink Fury anyway, so
I'm just putting him there because I see him in a lot of decks that I face, so I must think he's getting a good win rate.
Yeah. Marcher.
Magic Archer. Okay, so I'm not sure, have they fixed his missing bug where he misses his triple arrow?
I think they were supposed to have, and I think it was stated they did, but I'm sure I've seen somewhere it was still bugged. I don't know whether it was because of a tile, they were using it on a tile or something, but I'm sure I read somewhere it was still bugged, but they were supposed to have fixed it, I think, in the last balance.
I see. Okay, well, I think that's holding him back from an A tier, but I'd put him in B tier still, to be honest. He's still pretty good. He's got viability, lower trophies. He's got a lot of it, especially with BK, and even Archer Queen as well. So he sees himself in quite a few decks. I could also see him being versatile in a Countess deck because he provides that rogue synergy as well, along with Ranger. Yeah. So he's not bad. I put him in B tier. I put him mid B tier.
Yeah. I'll just, I won't put them in any particular order because my mouse is broken, but we'll just, he's a B tier mini, so we'll just leave him in B tier, I guess.
Oh, good, yeah.
Mega Knight.
Ooh, Mega Knight. Okay, so all right, Mega Knight's in a weird spot. He's another one of those minis where he's not as good as he used to be.
Yeah.
But he's definitely okay. He's mostly like good in world champion decks, I find, and in lower trophies, I think he's probably the best tank you could get in lower trophies.
Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah, because that royal synergy is really strong. That less damage onto himself, and he's already so tanky, providing a stun, and you can stun the whole board. I'd put him in B tier, where he used to be S tier, I'd say, but B tier.
Yeah, it was such a go-to mini for ages. The old Mega Knight.
Oh yeah.
Minor.
Ooh, okay. Minor, I'd put A tier. Minor is so good, and the reason being is that I'm putting Minor in my Shield Maiden deck these days, and not only does Minor just shut down the Wave Master deck, I can see how that same strategy can be applied to lower trophies as well, and shut down the backline entirely. Like, it shut down E-Wizards, you can shut down normal wizards, any energy mini in the back, insane. So viable, and the Rage when Isolate is like, you're not getting a super off, so good luck.
Yeah, he's like I say, I'm at about 1,800 trophies on my free-to-play account, and he's coming clutch so much the Minor, because I've been playing a lot of Grand Warden Wizards. So you put that Minor in there with the Energy Steal and Cleave and the Rage when he's isolated and stuff, and he's coming clutch, so yeah, definitely A tier mini.
For sure. I totally agree.
Mini P.E.K.K.A.
Mini P.E.K.K.A? Okay, so Mini P.E.K.K.A is I'd say he's pretty good still. I'd put him in B tier because his Dissipate really helps, but I would like to see a rework on his kit. I think we should remove his critical damage when stunned and just replace it with something else. But aside from that, he's still pretty viable, providing a specialist synergy and just adding Dissipate, and that critical damage to heroes can add up. So I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. Right, so Musketeer.
All right, so for the Musketeer, not gonna lie, I really like Musketeer right now because she's a good companion to the Princess. Even though if you're not using Musketeer with Princess, you could also like get a lot of stuns out of her. So I'd put her in A tier, to be honest. You're getting two synergy out of her and stuns.
I had it in A tier there. I was over and above A tier before you said it.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, A tier for sure. She's so good. Yeah. She's so good. So valuable.
Yeah, like I said, BK, 4 ranges. Like mid to low ladders, very good, so.
Yeah, so good.
P.E.K.K.A.
Oh, I'd put P.E.K.K.A in S tier. Easy S tier for me. Probably, the easiest S tier. P.E.K.K.A does so much damage.
Yeah, she. I keep saying he. It's a she. Yeah, low trophies. She's coming clutch so many games for me, just carrying us, because I haven't got I can't get a deck with the 4 synergies down on my free to play account. But the P.E.K.K.A won me so many matches single handedly. So
it's she's a disguised monk. Let's just put it that way. She just literally has more HP than a monk. I'm pretty sure she does, right? At 3 stars.
Yeah, and that unstoppable as well. Especially with a lot of Wave Masters, excellent.
Oh yeah, destroys any clash.
Prince.
Ooh. Alright, so Prince. I'd also put Prince in S tier. Prince.
S tier?
Yeah, Prince is always in your mind. I'd say Prince is oh, should I put this here? But what if he has a Prince? Even if you're not worried about the Princess clash, I literally have a short on my channel about the Princess Pony, and all I'm gonna say is don't sleep on the Princess Pony. That pony can clutch.
Yeah. That's is it OP in Frenzy Time as well?
Insane. It can just, not only does it knock back, just that stun can really just displace. I've had it clutch me from an entire P.E.K.K.A before. Protects a ranged unit. Good
on a clone tile where you just go for the pony upgrade.
Yep, you're getting 4 minis now. For free.
Yeah, that was back in the early season days with that mirror tile.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I remember that. Don't get me started on the mirror tile with the UAs too. Oh my goodness.
No, I didn't play yesterday because it was a clone tile. Me and the clone tile / mirror tile have never got on since season 1, so I avoided.
Yeah, I'm not on good terms with it either. I've lost many games.
Roll Ghost.
Ooh, Roll Ghost. Okay, so I'm pretty happy to say that Roll Ghost is no more in terms of like how he's like usually his bad self. I'd put him down to C tier. He's not good. He has, I'd say the only viability that Roll Ghost provides would be literally to do what a knight can do, but a knight can already do that for 2 elixir.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the thing. Like, he was too strong, and then the nerf him. Now he's too weak, and then it's hard. It's hard.
It's very hard to like put him in a good spot, because if you just buff him a little bit, it's like, oh, he could just delete your whole deck and just have a full HP the whole time. So
yeah,
it's really
I think
hard.
it's one of them minis that's just so hard to balance in a game. One of the hardest, I would say, because of his kit.
Yeah, I remember he even had energy when he released, which even then I don't think worked too well.
Yeah, well, that was my suggestion. I said give him his energy back, because if you'd done that, he'd fetched other minis into the meta, such as the Bandit and the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and stuff with energy steal. But
that's true. We could put, yeah, that's true. Putting his energy back would be very viable.
Yeah, I guess you said the same thing a few days after me as well. He was like, how about giving me his energy back? And I was like, I said that, Gish.
Wow. That's an interesting...
Who knows, might say that in the future.
I would like to see a Roll Ghost with energy back in this meta. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I sort of said kept him the way that he was, but give him his energy. Like I say, other minis can come into the meta then to counter him.
Yeah.
It was like he didn't have a counter really. That was the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there wasn't that much. There was like no dissipate back then, other than like what, Mini P.E.K.K.A.?
Yeah.
Wow. And like minor. That's it. Yeah, that's true.
Skelligard.
Ooh, Skelligard. He's pretty good because he can provide undead, no doubt.
Yeah.
And that being said, though, aside from that, I don't see him being a good tank. That like he's just not really a good tank. If you're gonna think of a tank in your deck, you're not gonna put Skelligard. You're gonna put like Giant Skeleton or something else rather than him.
Yeah.
But he's still viable for the synergy, so I would put him C tier, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had him in C tier there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not the best. I tried to find reasons for him, but I was like, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd play the Skelligard, like, unless you just wanted the undead class over the Raw Recruit. Much better tank, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, the block. So much better than your opponent's getting block.
Spear Gob.
Spear Gob. Okay, so this is an interesting one, because Spear Gob was one of those minis that was like amazing in the past. Now I'd say Spear Gob's okay, but I would put him in C tier.
Yeah,
he's not that good.
Agreed.
Not putting, like, he can take out an archer, maybe, and that's about it.
Yeah. You only have sort of one chance with him, don't you? Because you put him down, upgrade him with the damage, and then someone just blocks his spear next round. So
yeah, easy peasy. Like I would give him his anti-heal pack. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why that was removed, but
yeah,
I put it back.
Oh, maybe say rework to there's a Spear Gob in the next balance. Swordsman.
So Swordsman's, I'd put Swordsman in B tier, because he's a staple for adding C, and he's also pretty good on his own for Rogue. Swordsman can put in some pretty good damage, you know? I think that's pretty slept on.
Yep.
And just 2 synergies for 3 elixir. Can't really go wrong with that either. A lot of value there. And I think his overall, like, he's not so bad. And he's pretty tanky too. He's got 22 HP, I think, at 0 stars. So it's not bad.
Yeah, he's not too bad. Low trophies as well if you unlock him.
Yeah, you can definitely take out a mini or 2 each round.
Yep. Valk.
Ooh, Valk. I'd put Valk in B tier, because Valk has anti-heal. And anti-heal is very, very, very important. Especially when facing, troops like Countess. And providing that clan synergy to your team as well is very helpful as well. So, and herself just doing area damage and being so tanky, she's very viable. So I would definitely for sure put her in B tier.
This is another mini that's coming clutch for me on the free-to-play account, because I've been playing a lot of Grand Warden mages, and obviously I've been playing Wave Master, so I've just been throwing the Valk to the back of the board with the upgrade units with damage, shield and block, And she's just been melting them, so she's coming clutch for me on the free-to-play account.
Oh yeah, she's so good. She's very underrated. She slept on for sure. I think so. She's so tanky.
Yeah. Yeah. Witch?
Ooh. So, Witch. I'd put Witch in A tier. Because, honestly, she counters P.E.K.K.A.s. She adds on a dead tier. Or synergy. She adds clan synergy. And not only that, not only on top of all that, her capability with Chompy is insane. We all know how it is with Chompy.
Yeah.
So I think just that alone, I know that's not, Chompy's not accessible for lower trophies, but even then, like I said, counters P.E.K.K.A.s, adds that boast to surrounding allies when a Skelly's defeated. That's a lot of damage overall. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, and she's a 3 cost now, so yeah.
Oh yeah.
Agree with that. Wizard?
I'd put Wizard in B tier, because Wizard can still provide a lot of damage. But I'm glad to see he's not as broken as when, you know, season 1 of Update 8 dropped.
Yeah.
That was scary. That was scary.
Yeah.
He was way too good. Yeah. But he's definitely, I'd say he's balanced right now. And he provides anti-heal, which is very good. And Mage and Clan can't go wrong with that.
Yep. One of your favorites, I think, the Battle Boxer.
Oh, Battle Boxer is definitely one of my favorites, and I would put her in S tier. She's an S tier mini. Specialist Saint. Oh my goodness, where do I even start? She's just so good. Like, she provides so much versatility with like 4 different heroes. It's insane. She finds her way in almost every deck, I'd say, and she can do so much damage. 3-star Battle Boxer having like 100 HP and then going to that untargetable state and healing up her entire health and charging energy at the same time. It's like, what's going on with this mini? You're done. This is a hero now. This is a hero now.
I'm just about to say that. She's like her own hero, isn't she?
1000%.
Yeah, great upgrades. Yeah, I agree. Yes, tier mini there. And another personal favorite, I think, Chompy.
Yeah, I love Chompy. Honestly, I definitely think Chompy's S tier for sure. Another S tier mini. Chompy in Frenzy Time, Chompy on Devil's Deal with Frenzy Time or without. Devil, like, that thing is the devil. Like, Chompy could definitely use a nerf in my opinion, but that's why he's an S tier. So good, especially with Witch.
Even on the clone tile, like, clone units have the lower HP, but then it can get that back up and then revive and then keep going.
Oh yeah, Chompy's one of those minis where it's like, how are you 3 elixir again? Why aren't you 4? Dagger
Thrower.
Ooh, Dagger D tier. I don't know. Every time I've used them in like Rumble, which is the only time I will ever use them because I'm forced to. He doesn't do anything. I'm just like, what are you doing? I'm like watching him. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, it's like
the only time you're going to use him is for synergy. That's it.
No, exactly. Just provides that Rangers, but that's it.
Yeah. Decoy Adept.
Ooh, Decoy. I put Decoy in A tier for sure. You're getting 2 minis in one pretty much. That stun with Decoy is very good. When the decoy gets destroyed, being able to move him brings a lot of strategy to the game. I just love him in the fact of like he's in the game. But yeah, A tier. He's very versatile. Not doing so much damage himself, but I just think for all of his versatility he brings for 2 elixir, insane. Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously with the miner prevalent in the meta, you can use him to put in the bottom corner, then move and leave that decoy at the back to distract the miner and stuff. He's a great mini for his cost.
Oh yeah, very strategic.
Yep. Diffuser.
Ooh, Diffuser. I put Diffuser in B tier because Diffuser can end up being very tanky at 3 stars, but also I put it in B tier because you can sell it at 3 stars. Very unique ability, provides the elixir synergy, and disarm is pretty useful. I've seen it get some pretty clutch disarms off in my games, so don't sleep on Diffuser. I'd definitely put in B tier.
Yep. Elixir Golem.
Wow, E-Golem right now is actually seeing a lot of spotlight more than ever with Pink Fury, but also I've seen it in Rumble a lot with Battle Machine decks. But here's the thing about Elixir Golem. If you can pull off a proper Elixir Golem, it is insane. I've had an Elixir
Yeah.
Golem have 200 HP in my match. Now,
Yeah.
is that going to happen most of the time? Probably not. So, I'd put in B tier. I'd definitely put in B tier. Yeah.
Yeah, like especially on the clone tile, you got that Elixir Golem going, you get like double the Elixir that you normally get.
Oh yeah. But you gotta watch who you're facing, because so can they. So you gotta hope they're not running 5 Elixir Minis too prevalently.
Yeah. Giant.
Okay, so Giant is definitely, I'd say, very, very, very high A tier. Almost S tier. But I would put him just like, if Giant had more like DPS output, he'd be S tier. But just how much health the Giant can get stacking from round 1 is bonkers. He's another one of those minis where you get so much value at 0 stars. But also, when you 3-star Giant, that's like a sudden death win pretty much. So
yeah, he's insane.
It's insane. 200 HP. Nuts.
Yeah. Where did we put Golden Giant again? Was it C tier?
I think we put him in C, yeah, or D.
Yeah, because it must have, because my mouse is playing, it must have like clicked him and moved him into A tier. So I went to drop the Giant there in A tier. I was like, Golden Giant in A tier. We definitely didn't put the Golden Giant in A tier.
No, we did not. Like, that is not where we put.
Hog Rider.
Ooh, Hog Rider. I'd put Hog Rider in A tier. Now, some would argue he's an S tier mini. Now, I would say that Hog Rider would be A tier because he's pretty counterable. You know, you can counter him with Fisherman, and in higher trophies, Apprentice Monk, Dark Prince, Normal Prince, can even counter a Hog on the front tile. He's definitely A tier though, because if you're strategic with his placements, you can get a Hog off and change the entire tide of a battle for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I agree with that. So like you say, you can counter him pretty easy if you show him too early. So good. Can do some good stuff on the boards. Princess.
Oh, Princess S tier. I'd put Princess into an S tier. Yeah, Princess is one of those minis where it's like, how are you doing more damage than my hero? How are you taking out more minis than my hero? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know, like at that point, the princess, like your hero is supporting the princess. So it's crazy. So she's definitely S tier. Especially with Rangers, you're done.
Yeah, and got great upgrades as well. You know, she got anti-heal as well, so.
Anti-heal along with the burning too. Like that burning DPS is really, like, that adds up because all your other minis are doing damage at the same time. So everything just ends up getting wiped. I love it.
Yeah. Sailor.
Ooh, Sailor. I would also put Sailor in S tier. Because
100%.
We've all seen Sailor at the Wave Master deck, but we've all seen Sailor before this meta. Don't forget, Sailor has been one of those minis where if you keep that Sailor alive in the back, along with the Rider synergy, Sailor is putting in so much DPS and deleting minis, along with her slow and boast. GG's.
Yeah. It's funny because when I done my tier list for last season, I didn't have it in S tier because like Shield Maiden was quite prevalent and she just killed herself on the Shield Maiden. So
yeah.
Although she was a great mini for the cost with the upgrade, she just wasn't being played. But obviously this season with the Riders and the Wave Master, she's really strong.
Oh yeah, that Wave Master can keep her alive. Can stun Shield Maidens too. Even if you're facing a Shield Maiden matchup, get that stun on the Shield Maiden, then Sailor can get 2 supers off easily.
Yep. Roll Recruit.
Roll Recruits. I'd put him in C tier. I think he's a very, very, very good tank, but for lower trophies, but I'm also keeping into account in higher trophies, completely gone. I haven't faced one Royal Recruit in all of these 3 seasons in top ladder. Not once.
Yeah.
And,
no, same. Yeah. I see him a lot in lower trophies, obviously, but...
Yeah, that's why I put him in the C, but even then in lower trophies, he's just a better guard. You said it best when you put it that way. He is a way better guard, but loses versatility.
Here's an interesting one with the Villager.
Ooh, Villager. I'd put Villager probably pretty high B tier.
Yeah.
I like what she can add to the battle. She can really, really buff your hero. I just think the heal is not too great, in my opinion. I do think the attack damage is totally fine. could see a bit of a buff on the heal in my opinion. Maybe delay it for how often it heals, but increase the heal. Not sure how we can rework that, but and I think her 3rd star is completely useless. I think it's just always been useless.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever used it.
I've never used it. No one's ever 3-starring a villager unless you have to. Unless like you literally like you're like overflowing with elixir and rumble or something. You're not doing that. So yeah, but she's B tier though. She adds a lot of impact to the battle.
Yep. This is one of my favorite minis, the Apprentice Monk.
Wow, Apprentice Monk. So I love the Apprentice Monk too. One of my favorites as well. I would put Apprentice Monk in S tier.
Yeah. I think I put him in STA, my last tier list, because I got him early. So I was like seeing his potential before a lot of people. I was like, honestly, he just shoots everything down. Like if you get a good placement with him or hold on to him, he's great against that Roll Ghost meta. If people already move the hero and you could put your Apprentice Monk down and stop the Roll Ghost going in Viz. I just think he's awesome for the cost, what he does.
Oh, absolutely. Literally shuts on everything. Like I think you'll agree with me when I say it's a better Storm Wizard for sure.
Oh yeah. 100%.
So good.
Dark Prince.
Wow, S tier. I'd put Dark Prince S tier.
Yeah.
The fact that it can stun 2 rows of minis is crazy.
Yeah, and it's just a great mini. Again, decent upgrades. What he does it well. So yeah, S tier.
For sure.
Executioner.
I would put Executioner in A tier. I wouldn't put it S tier, but I would put it very high A tier because it can do tons of damage. But if you're running a full melee deck against it, it's not that great. You can get shut down by a P.E.K.K.A. I've had a lot of matchups where it's also like I'm running the Shield Maiden deck and the Executioner just merges itself on the Shield Maiden, or even if it doesn't, P.E.K.K.A. will walk up to it and destroy it. It's not too much damage onto high tank units. But if you're not running that deck and you're running like a Rangers deck, you're done. Executioner deletes your backline and GG's. Yeah. You'd really have to play against it.
Yeah, I agree. A tier for the Executioner. Headhunter.
So Headhunter is easy S tier. Easy S tier.
I'd already put them there before I asked you.
I had a feeling you were hovering there. I just had a feeling. And I was like, yeah, how could you not? How could you not?
Been such a clutch mini. Like great against Natureborns. Like all the melee like heroes, Natureborns, Monk, Wave Master as well. Like heroes that you place up front. So good. Good upgrades with the PS, Energy Steel.
Oh, for sure. Like Headhunter is like I'm very surprised why she got a buff. Like I'm very surprised. I'm like, okay, we're okay with this buff, but let's just say it, when this meta develops, she's gonna be a threat, and here we are. She is the biggest threat to your hero in the entire game, and Dissipate is the cherry on top.
Yeah, excellent mini. Inferno Warden.
Ooh, I'd put Inferno Warden in A tier. Now, I think she's very, very good, almost S tier. But I have found that if she gets stunned while her super's going off, it's very difficult for her to recover again. She has a lot of energy requirement, and we are facing a minor meta now, so she could get dissipated at this time. So I just think that she used to be S tier, but now she's probably an A tier. But still very good. Very, very good. 6 second super is insane if there's no stuns on the board. You're just deleting
damage
everything.
From her. Yeah, it's insane.
Oh yeah, I never thought I'd see Infernos in Clash Mini. Not gonna lie, I never thought I'd see that. I'm like, oh no.
I must admit, I have not played with it a ton. You know, I've got unlocked, but I haven't played with it a ton. But she does seem fun. I thought, like, when I done the balance change video for this season, I did say at the end, I thought, I expect to see a Wave Master Inferno Warden meta. Obviously, because you get the season, you just go and get the super off quicker with the Inferno Warden. But I was right about the Wave Master meta, just the wrong setup on my prediction.
Oh no, don't worry. She's very prevalent with Natureborn decks. I see her up here. People are using her now.
Yeah. Stormwiz.
Ooh, Stormwiz. I'd put her in A tier. She's not an S tier because Apprentice Monk takes that spot for her, but she's still very good. She can stun enemies for that 6-second duration, completely make them untargetable, which can add a lot of strategy to your battle. And she can provide a lot of damage in that time too. But her 3rd star, when that turns into when her when her Clash turns into a super, when she gets off multiple stuns in the battle, that can really change the tide. You can cancel hero supers, you can cancel a princess, you can cancel a shark bait. I've seen that happen, and canceling a shark bait's huge. So she brings a lot of value on the board. So I'd definitely put her in A tier.
Yep. And lastly, we have the shark bait.
Ooh, shark bait A tier. I'd say, let me think about this. S tier, A tier. I'd put him in A tier. Just for the sole fact that he's pretty, you can still shut down a shark bait, but if you can't shut down a shark bait without any dissipates in your deck, shark bait will destroy your entire backline. And not only will he do that, it's very hard to take him down. He's got so much HP. I think he's got like 86 HP at 3 stars or something like that. He's insane, and that prolonged stun is also bonkers. He's just an overpowered fisherman. Yeah,
it's a big investment, you know, for something you might not be able to pull off on the battle board. 5 Elixir Mini. But when you do, he's great. Like you say, them upgrades are fantastic and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I think that's us, Rick. That's our tier list for this season. You let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. We do read every comment, so I'd like to hear your guys' feedback. And shout out to you as well, Rick. Thanks for helping me with this tier list. I'll also pin Rick's channel in the comment section down below. Check him out and subscribe, because he has some awesome decks. Top leaderboard pusher, top player. So do certainly check him out, my friends. Yeah, so thanks, Rick.
Hey, thank you, guys. It was such a pleasure doing this tier list with you. Thank you so much for having me on, and I hope you take care.
Yeah, pleasure's all mine, my friend. Have a good one.
Yeah, take care, buddy.
Cheers, everyone.